Hi, I'm Jim.
And I'm Andy.
And this is your Narrate News. Well, to start it off, I have a little bit of a disclaimer for something that Adam mentioned at the last service. And he mentioned that the police had been called after a bunch of suspicious-looking do-gooders were up on Mount Helena hauling live trees off of there. And although I'll have to admit I was the victim of close encounters of the spandex kind, the cross-country skier that I saw up there was, I was very pleasant to him. I wasn't nasty at all, and I really think that most of his problem had to do with the tightness of his clothes. So I just want to make that disclaimer clear that I did not defame Narrate. So with that, we'll launch into the Narrate News.
First announcement is that our Christmas Eve services will be Christmas Eve at 3 p.m. and at 5 p.m. at the Grand Street Theater, which is where you're sitting right now. There will be nursery available for children ages 0 to 2. The nursery will be bigger and better than your average Sunday school. We'll have trained teachers. They'll be coming out speaking a foreign language. It'll be great.
And following that, there won't be any service on the 26th. But the good news is that the Narrate office will be open that following week from Wednesday through Friday, so the 29th through the 31st. And that'll be available there for year-end giving. So if your ship comes in and you have lots of cargo, you can drop some off for God's work. Or if your ship turns out to be just a dinghy, you can come in for comfort and prayer and some fellowship.
Last year we had Christmas cookies in the lobby before and after the Christmas Eve service. They were a huge hit, and we're hoping to do that again this year. So if you would like to bring cookies to the Christmas Eve service, you can let Sarah know, and then you would drop them off before service. And I would just like to make a suggestion with those. Chocolate is always a big hit. Sugar cookies are also a great hit. And I have a personal request. Whoever brought those Norwegian rosettes last year, really be great if you could bring those again.
We've become aware of a two-parent family with 3 children, 8-year-old boy, 2-year-old girl, and a 6-month-old girl. Both girls were born prematurely, and they have some medical problems. In fact, the 2-year-old just underwent some surgery and faces, some troubling times ahead. Mother's unable to work. Anyway, you get the idea. It'd be great to give them some gifts to help with their Christmas. If you're interested in doing that, there are envelopes up front with requests in them. Please help yourself to an envelope. That'll direct you what to do. Wrapped gifts can be brought to the office during the week. And if you have any questions, please contact the office. And if you're stumped for a Christmas idea, I have an idea that, being a professional fish squeezer, I thought that this might work nicely into your Christmas time. It's something I've come across in my garage and might be able to pass on, but you may look for it in the department stores too. I get no commission for this.
Here's a little song I wrote. Might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry. Be happy.
Last week, the kids in our Sunday school began decorating Christmas bulbs.
Nice.
Exhibit 1, Exhibit 2. And they'll be continuing doing these this week. They will be handing those out to residents at the Waterford, which is a kind of a retirement home, just to kind of spread a little bit of Christmas joy to the residents there.
And they'll be doing that at 4 o'clock on Wednesday, December 15th. And Andy and I can testify that the Waterford's quite a nice place. We stayed there for a while in our move from Billings.
That's right.
It was one of those rare times we actually felt young.
That's true.
And heck, they've got the modern electronics and everything. Of course, their movies are mostly of World War II, but other than that, once you get used to it, it's really quite fun. I know the residents will really enjoy having the kids come by. It's a good Christmas thing to do. One other good bit of advice that I've learned from Adam, he was talking about his trip to the cafeteria, and he's really quite clever with what he can do with food. He's picky beyond belief, but he's creative in the way he deals with that. We were at a banquet recently, and he had chicken cordon bleu, and for some reason he wanted cordon red or something like that. I'm not sure, but I looked over after finishing my meal and I noticed that his entire plate, including the side dishes, had been cut into small pieces and rearranged. So I asked him what that was about, and he said, well, at least then the host won't feel like I just rejected it outright. So if you really don't feel like eating your Christmas food and you'd rather just engage with it, that's a surefire method that Adam taught me.
But if you have him over for dinner, then you have to beware. If you see that on his plate, then you know, maybe better fix something else next time.
There you go. I'm Jim.
And I'm Andy.
And that was your Narrate News.
Happy shopping.